down at the playhouse where a lonely girl can go. You steal the show, Scarlet Scorpio. Electric shock to the temples, nobody knew. ECT therapy, what would it do to you? Another night on stage, dressing up the pain. A familiar refrain, denying insane. Scarlet, Scarlet Scorpio. Heaven and sin, gone with the wind. Scarlet, Scarlet Scorpio. Impulsive charms and passions never denied. Young lovers to the end unsatisfied. Time and again you survive the highs and lows. Just curious to know, was God in your show? Shining in your green eyes lies a confident stare. Hiding in that sweet space, seductive face is a child without adult trapped in the game of running down the hall. Scarlet, Scarlet Scorpio. Heaven and sin, gone with the wind. Scarlet, Scarlet Scorpio. Scarlet, Scarlet Scorpio. Heaven and sin, gone with the wind.
Ohayo! Hajimemashite. Malik Torihane. Hello, freaky darlings. How are we today? Everything had a chance to load up here. Everybody doing today? Doing well, I hope. Azela, hello. Purple Tiger, hello. Nothing too off the wall or spectacular today. We're just gonna be doing regular comm stuff. Get these out of the way. I woke up super duper late and it has thrown my entire schedule off. I was supposed to go shopping earlier, but I woke up on time and then sat up and immediately fell back asleep for another couple of hours, which has completely, like I said, thrown my entire schedule off. So, yeah, that happened. But I'm here now. We're gonna work. We're gonna get some stuff done. How's everybody else doing? It is Danger Cat. So I know I was talking about it the other day, about wanting to reopen my Patreon and stuff like that. And I think I figured out some like rewards and stuff for the different tiers. Probably gonna be like, I'll probably wind up opening it up again tomorrow while I'm off. So that'll probably be what I wind up working on most of the day tomorrow. Getting Patreon and Subscribestar all, packed to the gills with stuff. I won't get into what I got planned so far, because most of that stuff, like I said, a lot of that stuff changes day to day, but I think I got what we're going to be doing for a little while, at least until we could start doing, more kinds of content. Well, it's not the matter of like not wanting to do like sneak peeks. you know, like some of the things, like I said, might like change between today and tomorrow. I know like some of like the lower tiers is basically like, I don't know if you guys remember when I had like that little whiteboard up, but like probably where like if you look up on my my board right now, you can see like where it says hello my freaky darlings. I think like up there is where we will have like stream dedications, where like on low tier, like anybody who signs up, one of the rewards everybody gets for signing up is you'll get a stream or a video dedicated to you. So up there it would say like, you know, like this stream dedicated to or sponsored by such and such, you know, just so stuff like that for like the smaller and like for every tier on both Subscribestar and Patreon. And then like the sneak peeks and stuff would be like for like the actual tiers. Like probably, I don't know like what tier it would be, but like when we're doing videos, you guys would get to see videos before they go live. You know, so like a day or something early or whatever, you could see a video before it goes live. Not streams, of course, but other videos, like when we start doing the Explore the Lore videos and stuff like that, you'd be able to watch those a day early. You'll also probably, I will probably also make available Dragon Ball New Age pages and original manga pages up there for people to see early. So like, you know, we usually do them on Sundays. So from between like Sunday and Wednesday, they would be available on like Patreon and Subscribestar. And then when they go live, they'll be removed. So it's an opportunity for everybody to like see the pages, you know, in their full before they go live. And then I also mentioned a while ago, like, discounts and stuff on commissions and merchandise. Stuff like that. It's kind of small starting right now, but general ideas. As time goes by and we can dedicate more time to more original projects and stuff, of course, like, you know, those subscription services will have more content to them. It'll be slow going at first. Alfredo. Blue Mew, what's going on, man? But yeah, besides getting Patreon and Subscribestar completely set up for tomorrow, probably after stream tonight, I'm actually going to get started on our first Explore the Lore vid. Which, for the time that we have right now, in the time that we are in story, because I know a lot of people are interested in it and like are curious what the differences are, I think for our first video we're going to do Dragon Ball New Age's lore behind True Super Saiyan. So our first Explore the Lore vid will be True Super Saiyan, and I think after that we will probably do the altered history of GT. But yeah, first Explore the Lore video will be True Super Saiyan. I'm gonna start writing, like I said, like tonight after stream is probably when I'll start writing out the script for it. And then once I got the script written down, I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to narrate it or if I would like ask like Mondo or somebody to narrate it. Heck, I might just go all out and have like guest narrators for all the Explore the Lore vid. Hey, Rainy, what's going on? That doesn't sound good. Pasta! Oh my goodness, Rainy's actually working on Caliburn? There is a Lord. Poggers. Is there a more white person word than poggers? than poggers. Hunky Dory's pretty good, yeah. Nifty? Well, the whole poggers being a more white person word than anything else is also a Russian Badger reference. Poggers. Kazo, how deep in the drunk dungeon are you? The Grand Poggers, yes. Blockchain. About 4 hours in. Did you hear what I mentioned earlier about the Explore the Lore vids? Arkema, how's it going, man? I was telling everybody, like, tomorrow while I'm off, I will be setting up the Patreon and the Subscribe Star to actually have, like, content. And, like, some of the reward tiers will be to see the regular videos and stuff, you know, a day or whatever early. And that's like, you know, for the Explore the Lore vids. And I made the decision that the first Explore the Lore vid we're going to be doing is about True Super Saiyan. So the lore and stuff behind True Super Saiyan. I'll probably start writing the script and stuff for it tonight after stream. The big thing I just wanted to confirm is that you and ArcD were still on board to do the editing, because I don't have the computer to do it. I I can do narration and script writing and like voiceovers and stuff if I need to, but I have not the ability to edit anymore. Yeah, well, that explains that. So that video will actually have some new artwork. It will actually have artwork of Totoma, the first True Super Saiyan. I also want to stress that any of the Explore the Lore videos are strictly for Dragon Ball New Age. So that'll probably be something that like we edit in front of it. You know, that all the Explore the Lore vids are specifically for Dragon Ball New Age and should not be taken as like discussions of canon or whatever. Two hours? Man, you give the fandom way too much credit. That'll happen like 2 minutes in. But yeah, I also spoke of possibly getting like guys like Mondo or like Blackscape or even like Mastar or somebody to like do the narrations. Just in case, like, you know, depending on how my narrations go. Junior. But yeah, since it's the new year, we need to start putting like actual like video content on the channel instead of just the streams. We got to get built up. And I figure the sooner we actually get onto some videos, the better. I figure for now, we'll put out an Explore the Lore vid and see how they go. Yeah, I saw that BoJack Uncanceled movie a while ago. I couldn't make it past the intro. I understand they're trying to fill that void left by T 4-star, but man, I just couldn't do it. Yeah. I give them a participation award, you know, at least they tried. But that's a very deep hole to fill. Another thing I think I would like to do in terms of like videos, I know shorts have gotten to be really popular on YouTube. And it just so happens that thanks to the lovely Rainy, we actually have a series that we could do very small short videos for. And that would be DB Chibi Age. We already have a few comics available. So I think those would be like nice little short motion comic videos to actually like put up on the channel. Yeah, if I was to do that, that is certainly one thing that I would like to get done. I will have to talk to Derek to see if he can put me back in contact with Damien Clark. I don't know Damon Clark personally, but Derek does. And he originally put me in contact with Damien when I was trying to, like, I wanted to get him to come in to voice Rigger for the mini-sodes when I was doing them. I didn't get in contact with him because, like, you know, the whole mini-sode thing kind of fell apart when I lost the ability to animate. But if we're doing, like, just short motion comics, I don't see, like, where there would be an issue where I couldn't get him to come in to, you know, provide a couple voice lines here and there. But yeah, Derek has been is able to put me in contact with him and Crispin Freeman. The voice of Alucard. But yeah, I can't imagine it would be incredibly expensive to have Crispin or Damien, you know, come in to record like 3 lines or whatever at a time. I can't imagine it'd be that much expensive. I have been wrong in the past, though. For all I know, it could be a situation like it was with Chris Sabat when I asked for him to do the foreword for the anniversary edition of DB New Age when we hit our 10-year anniversary. I wanted him to do a foreword for it, since that first story arc is just so heavily focused around Vegeta. But Funimation put the kibosh on that and told him he couldn't do it because it would be seen as endorsing a fan-made product. Oh my god, if I could get, like... Could you imagine, like, a DB New Age an animated opening for DB New Age animated by Trigger? That'd be insane. Well, I have people in mind for, like, Vegeta and stuff. That's not that difficult. And I know for a fact, like, if we had anything with, like, Goku, Masako is, like, more than happy to do it. He seemed to have been down for it because, like, he asked for, like, he wanted, like, physical copies of DB New Age, which I actually mailed to him. I mailed him a physical copy of it. And, like, he wanted to be able to, like, sit down and read it. And, when he finally got back to me, he told me that, you know, they just wouldn't let him do it. You know, whether it's the truth or not, you know, I can never be sure. But I can only say what I was told. He said that Funimation wouldn't let him do it because it was seen as endorsing a fan-made, unofficial product. Oh, they got a lot of flack from their official sources and stuff for having Team 4-Star in DB Kai. They actually got a lot of flack for that. I can't remember who it was, but I think I remember somebody saying something about, like, was it TFS or somebody else asked that their cameo in Kai actually be removed? I can't remember. I vaguely remember something like that coming about. I don't want to speak for them, you know, so, again, just hearsay. Oh, I plan on talking to Kaiser about it, you know, just to see if, like, if they're open to the idea. So I've often told Kaiser that I would love to have him, like when I wanted to do, like, a DB New Age trailer, I wanted to have Kaiser in there as Trunks. Because as much as I love Eric Vale, like, for me, Kaiser is Trunks' like, voice. again, this is all stuff that I have to, I got to talk to the guys about it. It's not, these aren't like for sure things. These are just like spitballing ideas, I guess you could say. If they'd be up for it, that would be awesome. But, I'm not saying it's going to be a for sure thing. Yeah, Lanny's Vegeta is like, I kind of put his Lanny's Vegeta voice pretty much like on the same tier as like Chris Sabat and Brian Drummond. I mean, even like with Ryo Horikawa, But yeah, like I said, this is all just what would you even call it? Not speculation. Just ideas, I guess you could say. Nothing's for sure. I talk with Kaiser a bunch, and like they're always busy, so this isn't a moment where, like, if somebody's watching this, they can clip it and go, "Oh, TFS confirmed." They can't do that. Optioning. There you go. That's a good word for it. Yeah, it's all just stuff that I'm gonna, over the course of the next few weeks and stuff, while I'm on my off days or whatever, I'm going to, start reaching out and seeing what we can put together. Spitballing. That's an even better. Wagwan! Yes, Adrian. Parappa the Rapper. Man, that's a blast from the past. So, Adrian, you say this like you expect me to have the mental capacity to understand how all these things are produced or pronounced. Have we forgotten that Malik is small brain? Do you know the way, my brother? Allow me to show you the way, my brother. The way of Uganda. There is something in it. Bruv. I was talking to a, hey, Art Dog, what's going on, man? I was talking to another VTuber earlier and telling her about how the weather has been here in Dunwich. I don't think I talked about it on stream, but like, for example, 2 days ago, it was cold. Not extremely cold, but it was still cold and snowing. Yesterday, it was 40 degrees Fahrenheit plus and raining. Today, it is 20 degrees and snowing. If I had kept going outside, I'm pretty sure I would be like bedridden sick from that sudden change in temperature. Those rapid swings in temperature. That's actually one reason why, I thank you guys so immensely for getting that humidifier for me. It has really, really helped my ability to sleep. I notice, the days where I don't run it and I wake up dried out and feeling much sicker than usual. But these last couple days I've been running it the whole time, and I feel a lot better. The air is much easier and simpler to breathe. So I thank you guys immensely for helping me out in that regard. Yes, first breathing, then computer, then chair, and then Malik should be good. I need breath to stream, I need computer to stream better, and I need chair to not die. Chair fused to butt. More chair than man now. Yes, we must stay moist. Drying out is a terror I do not wish upon thee. We had a water leak in the other area of the office, so we got the maintenance crew is over there working on it right now. If you guys hear any of those bangs and clatters in the background. Be prepared, because now Rainy will forever refer to everybody in the Discord as butts. It's coming. Isn't dingus like the actual scientific term for a whale penis? Oh, that's dork? Yeah, that's right. It was one of those D words. that word comes from. Whoever invented the term dingus? It's also, like, weird to, like, think of, like, you know, how insulting people has evolved over time. Like, most people look at, like, mooning today. If you moon somebody, it's looked at as, like, juvenile and childish, but the first time somebody ever got mooned, it resulted in the deaths of an entire village. Yes, it does. Right? Somebody else, like, you, it's funny that you bring up, like, the whole, like, the trope of, like, the ninjas and everything. Do you guys ever notice the trope of, like, okay, so, like, say, I won't be able to pinpoint a series where this has happened, but I've noticed that it's happened a lot in different series. You ever notice where you'll have, like, those series where, like, a bad guy shows up and he is, like, the most devastating threat that the hero has ever faced, and they still they manage to defeat him or whatever, but he's like a god compared to them. Like, you know, everything they do just can't affect him at all. But, like, through the power of friendship and this gun I found, they managed to beat this guy, right? But then the very next villain just, like, craps all over that guy. Like, this guy was, like, untouchable, but the very next villain just pushes him in like it was nothing. Yeah, I mean, look at Vegeta, right? Vegeta shows up on Earth, and man, he is just devastating. He and Nappa just wreck everything in their path, right? And then, like, at the start of the next arc, we understand that, like, oh yeah, Vegeta's gotten stronger, and he takes out Kui, and he takes out Dodoria, so we think he's unstoppable. But then Zarbon pushes his crap in. And then the Ginyu Force pushes his crap in. And Frieza pushes his crap in. Man. My boy Vegeta can't get no respect, man. I will still never forgive them for taking his win from him in Resurrection F. $2,200. Oh my lord. I'm a super sandwich. Like, I don't know if people understand how cathartic and how much that, like, being able to beat Frieza would have provided some, like, levity and some closure for Vegeta. That one victory could have meant a world of difference for Vegeta, and they freaking stole it from him. He did. He deserved that win, and they stole it from him. Because, like, Goku has already beaten Frieza. He's already beaten him a couple of times. You know? He's already got wins over Frieza. He doesn't need another win over Frieza. In fact, like, Frieza getting one up over on him is, like, a nice way to, like, get it, like, you know, turned up, to turn, like, the narrative and stuff on its head. That Frieza's learned from his, like, his past mistakes or whatever, and finally got one over on the guy, the first person to ever beat him. But then, like, if Vegeta shows up, a guy who, like, lived his entire life under, like, Frieza's boot heel, and he manages to come up and do the thing that the guy that beat Frieza couldn't do, and get a win over him. But no, we need time travel, and we need Goku to just, like, steal the win right out from underneath Vegeta. Excuse me, I had the hiccup. Oh, also, the podcast that I did with Unreal Entertainment Gaming should probably be up within a week or two. Yes, Kazo, but there's a difference between subverting for the sake of the narrative and, like, for narrative consistency and sense and to further the story, and subverting expectations a la Ryan Johnson, which is to subvert expectations for the sake of subverting expectations. There's a big difference. Ryan Johnson wants to subvert your expectations so he can huff his own farts. I want to subvert the expectations so that the narrative would be better. That might actually be another video that I actually put up on the channel at some point, if I ever finish it, is the rewrite I did of the sequel trilogy. Like I said, if I ever get around to finishing it. I almost got the first part done, but that's another project that I've kind of had on the back burner because of everything else that I've got going on. I will say that, like, you're talking about Piccolo, man. Like, I will say one thing about DB New Age. Of all the things that, like, I've done for Dragon Ball New Age, like, in terms of, like, story, I haven't seen one thing that is more, like, universally liked by the people who've read through Dragon Ball New Age than what I did with Piccolo. Like, there are some narrative choices and stuff that I've done in, like, the older versions of Dragon Ball New Age that people don't like. But almost everybody that I've ever seen talk about it loves the fact that I powered up Piccolo and made him relevant again. The review videos of, like, the older chapters and stuff were a great measuring stick to see what worked with the audience and what didn't. And I think, like talking about, like, Piccolo and the Universe 6 tournament. Man, like, why did Frost just have to be generic bad guy, you know? You had, like, the perfect opportunity to, like, subvert expectations, oddly enough. And, like, you know, really, like, pull, like, oh, wow, like, in some universes, Frieza isn't a complete douche hole. But no, we just said he's a secret douche hole. Well, it wasn't like the reviewers who said, like, anything, like, in particular didn't work. Reviewers were pretty, like, pretty universal that, like, they really liked Dragon Ball New Age. It was just, like, sometimes, like, fans would say, like, I know, like, a lot of the fans, and I think one thing that, like, reviewers did kind of, like, say that they didn't like was Vegeta being, like, possessed again. That seems to be one thing that, like, a lot of people don't like. For whatever sense I did attempt to make for it in the manga, I think that seems to be the one thing that's universally not quite looked upon favorably. I wouldn't say hated, but people don't look upon that particular instance favorably. And see that? I think that would add like a whole new dimension to Frost's character. He's a good character, he's a good guy, but he's willing to stoop to lows like that in order to achieve his goals. So yes, he's a good guy, but he's not a supremely virtuous good guy. I think that is much more interesting than bad guy pretends to be good guy. Yeah, there's even an old saying that like says that some of the worst things in the world have been done with the best of intentions. And you could like say that about like Frost. He has the best intentions in the world. He wants to end the wars and like protect his universe and whatever. But he's not afraid to stoop to what some might call villainous lows in order to achieve that goal. You could say that, like, you know, he's kind of like, maybe he's jaded, you know? After years and years of fighting and not getting anywhere, and then he makes a deal here and there, and it winds up doing more good than imprisoning the bad guys has ever done. So maybe he's not afraid to stoop to those kinds of lows because it's gotten him greater results than just being the goody two-shoes good guy. You can have villains who are evil for the sake of evil, you know, just bad guys just to be bad guys. And there's nothing wrong with them. And I actually think that, like, despite, like, the difficulties and stuff that I had with it, just based on my skill level, I don't think writing nuanced antagonists is as difficult as some people make it out to be. Yes, I know in today's modern fictional, you know, writing fiction climate, a nuanced villain painted in shades of gray that isn't an edgy anti-hero that you can eventually, you know, grow to want to bang is a no-no. Because everything has to be black or white. Everything has to be, you know, something you could file in one little box. How dare you write an interesting, nuanced character? Like, there's so many different villains that you can write. You've got your evil for the sake of evil villains. you've got your villains or antagonists who think they're the good guys, so they feel justified in what they're doing. They think what they're doing is the right thing. You've got the bad guys who think they're the good guys. You know, and then you've got, like, bad guys who are antagonists by circumstance. Like, you know, there's bad guys who are, like, they're your bad guy, but they're not, like, evil. Like, for example, bounty hunters. Bounty hunters are antagonists, even though they have nothing personal against you. They're being paid to do what they're doing. I did use the name Kale and Kaba before they were ever introduced in canon. Yep, there's those kinds of people too. The good guys who know that they're the bad guys, but are doing what they're doing for the greater good. I think one really good example of that is Ozymandias from The Watchmen. He's a good guy, but he's doing evil things for the sake of the world. He's trying to stop a nuclear holocaust from happening. So he's killing a lot of people. He does horrible, absolutely detestable things for the sake of the greater good. Ah, yes, Nux Taku, the man who uses toxicity to fight toxicity. You know, I know there's people who will stubbornly hold on to that Arcosian name. Like, this month they could come out with, like, the official name for Frieza's race, and there will still be people who stubbornly hold on to the Arcosian name. It's just like I know there's people today who still do not refer to this guy right here. This guy right here. They refuse to refer to him as Beerus and still call him Bills, even though that's objectively wrong. I used to have a headcanon name for Frieza's race. I've forgotten what I called it, though. I haven't used it in a long, long time. Not just a parasite, a lizard man. Beerus was originally going to be a parasite because when Toriyama saw his name for the first time, he thought his name was Beerus, meaning virus. And he was going to be the being who originally infected the Saiyans with evil. Not quite. Alajin didn't originally infect the Saiyans with evil. Alajin is just the source of it. Alajin is just the source of all evil. You never heard about the original plans for Beerus? Yeah, he was originally going to be a lizard man before Toriyama got a hold of the script and revised it. But yeah, he was going to be originally going to be a lizard man, and the being who originally infected the Saiyans with evil. Yeah, the original concept for Super Saiyan God was it was going to be a cross between Super Saiyan 3 and 4, and it had a cape. Alright, that one's done. Now we're going to get on to this one. But before we do that, I'm going to take a quick standing break because it has been almost 2 hours and I did not realize. So just give me a couple minutes, lovelies. I'm going to stand up really quick, get some blood pumping back to my legs. And we will come back and we will finish up this thumbnail here in just a minute. Alright, be right back. Alrighty, lovelies, I'm back. Yeah, Bob Saget, man. That was rough. Yeah, I believe in this particular part of the what if, Vidal has died. I don't know what happened in the narrative. I just know that that's what I was told. About this particular what if the Mr. Satan was evil one. I have seen that like a lot of people chimed in and said that the most evil thing that Mr. Satan ever did was getting rid of the afro. Give me 1 second, everybody. I just got notification that the mail's here, so let me go grab that really quick. Alrighty, I'm back. Sadly, it was not the packages I was expecting. Sorry about that. To go back to a little piece of speculation that crops up here and there. I know a while ago there was a bit of intrigue going around, and people are still kind of like guessing about it as to who Rigger's master wound up being, or winds up being. And I saw some people are actually speculating that it's a god of destruction from a different universe. And that was the first time I saw that theory pop up. all the people in the room. Thank you guys for coming out. If you are new viewers, if you are returning viewers, welcome, welcome. Nice to see you again. Hand is just a smidge too big, methinks. That works. just about done with the lines on this one. About this looks weird. I think it's this arm here is just too high. A little bit better. Just had his arm was it just that's better. I am happier with that. missed this part down here. Oh, I actually needed to ask something. Kazo, are you still in the chat? I know you usually are, but sometimes you have to skip out for certain things. So. It actually just popped into my head. Doesn't look like he's here. I will address it later then. I know he was in the middle of the drunk dungeon. So... part in too. You know, when I originally designed this version of Mr. Satan, this evil Mr. Satan, like I designed him thinking like more of like mob bosses, like, you know, like the guy, like, you know, think of like the Godfather and stuff like that. But like looking at him now, with the like his skin tone and like his outfit and everything, he actually like more fittingly reminds me of like a Yakuza. comes the tricky part. Do I actually have any renders of Videl? Because I don't remember if I do. Ah, I have one. Yeah. I am not a complete failure. No. Yes, there is insufficient Videls. I must acquire more Videl. You must construct additional pylons. We'll get the character art done first. And then we can do the rubble. I can't remember if I still have the snakeskin pattern that I have for his let me see. It is possible, but I do not know. And it does not look like I have it. Yeah, looks like I'll have to try and re-find it. Oh, this was something that I just saw in my downloads. How many of you actually play the Dragon Ball Super card game? I myself am a Magic player, but people have been trying to get me to play the Dragon Ball Super card game. I've been too burned by the previous Dragon Ball card games to actually play it. Oh, it didn't come out all the way. I was wondering. Yeah, I didn't get the chance to, like, flip this one out. Hold on just a second. I actually think I know where I can get it. I have to open up the internet anyway. So that I can get the snakeskin pattern for Mr. Satan's clothing. can already tell it's going to disconnect my pen tablet. Let's see. Oh, it looks like I don't have the actual, the old one, but it's okay. No biggie. Let's see. There it is. Oh, it actually didn't disconnect my my pen tablet. Score 1 for technology. It was nothing like big. It was just that I had a rigger card that I designed with the help of some people at my LGS. I have a local game store that I go to, and the owner found out who I am, and they brag that I come there, which is cool in a way. It's weird because, like, I wouldn't think that the Dragon Ball Super card game was, like, actually, like, popular hardly at all, given the failures that happened with the previous two, but apparently it's one of their biggest card games. They get a lot of people coming there to play it. I play Magic already, so I can't afford a second card game. Maybe if I had a third income. Or a second income. They're trying, though. They are trying to sell me on that card game. Yeah, I've said, like, before that, like, they've often said that if, like, there's anybody who should be playing the Dragon Ball Super card game, it should be me. But I'm like, man, I can't do it. Not only can I not afford it, but I'm just, like, I'm still burned. Because, like, I invested a lot of money into, the previous two versions of Dragon Ball in terms of their card games, and both of those games died. And I lost all that money because those cards aren't worth anything. I'm not saying that, like, the value of the cards is, like, everything, but I mean, if a game dies, I'd like to recoup some of the value that I invested. Yeah, if you don't want your kids to do drugs, teach them to play card games. They'll never ever have the money for drugs. Like, back in the day when I played Yu-Gi-Oh! That was one reason, like, my father, he didn't really like the card game. He didn't want me to play it, but he knew it kept me out of trouble, so he kind of, like, grinned and, like, let it go. Or gritted his teeth and let it go. Well, see, I don't think I could ever teach my kids to play gacha games because I want them to actually get something out of their money instead of spending it on stuff that doesn't exist. That's been my big thing, like, against gacha games. I'm like, how can you justify spending all this money on stuff that doesn't exist, and you are one server wipe away from having absolutely nothing? That's one reason why, like, I'm like just very tentative and nervous about, like, Steam games. Not just because of, like, all the security breaches and stuff we hear about, but I mean, I don't like the idea of paying for a game and basically just paying for files on a drive. Same, Cedrian. When I played Dokkan, I was a total free-to-play player. I only very, very, very rarely bought stones, and it was like when you could get like 3 for 99 cents. I'm just like, oh, well, you know, 99 cents, I don't mind. You know. Oh, heaven forbid, I can't get a coffee at the gas station. You know. But, like, I know people like Rhyme Style and them who just, like, they would drop, like, hundreds on that game, and I never understood it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just an old dinosaur or whatever. I just like owning my physical property. That's one reason why I harp on playing physical Magic rather than digital. And I'm not saying you can't enjoy your gacha games. I mean, some people do enjoy that. So if that's what floats your boat, then doing your thing, Just not for me. That is true. I do not take into account like the fact that they do make a lot of money producing content for those games. So like I guess like in their situation, I guess I could understand it, but like your average person, like the average person who like plays Dokkan Battle and drops like 500 drops 500 for stones and doesn't wind up pulling the chase new meta rare or whatever, the new UR that's everybody's like gunning for. Well, like I said, like, for the YouTube guys like Rhyme Style and them, okay, you've explained, basically that, okay, well, yeah, they do spend hundreds of dollars on the game, but they wind up making, thousands over time from the content for that game, for their channels, so that, like, for them, I can understand it. But then you've got your average Joe Smo who doesn't have a YouTube channel or whatever, and he winds up blowing, hundreds of dollars trying to pull that hot new card and doesn't wind up pulling it. So, he has nothing to show for all the money that he just spent. Oh, I'm sorry, Isabella. I don't know, guys. Maybe it's just, like I said, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just the old dinosaur in the room and, like, you know, maybe I'm just missing the appeal of gacha. I don't know. I mean, like, is it like the whole fact that it's like, I mean, it is pretty much gambling, isn't it? Is it the gamble? Is it the rush when you finally do pull that unit that everybody's gunning for? Is that like where the hype lies? I mean, because to me, it sounds like a whole lot of hoopla. We were discussing the merit or demerit of gacha games against physical media. mean, like, you know, like the gacha games and stuff like that, like, you know, non-physical media video games and stuff. I understand why people like gravitate to them. It's the same thing with like Steam and everything like that, right? You know, I understand that, like, you know, you know, some people are comfortable with making the trade-off of convenience. You know, they'll make the trade-off of owning the actual physical media, you know, for the convenience of it. That's just one thing that I personally am not, like, comfortable doing. I don't like sacrificing my property right just for the convenience of a product. That's like where I come from. I find it more beneficial for me to own the actual physical product rather than the representation of what the product is supposed to be. And that's just a personal scruple of mine, you know. I would rather own the physical property rather than, you know, digital files on a drive. Some people are cool with that trade-off, but I am not one of them. That's one, like, main reason, like, with, like, Xbox, I don't buy digital video games. I'll download the ones that they gave to me for free through, like, Xbox Live. I'll download those ones because I didn't pay for them. But if I'm gonna get the game itself, I want to have a physical copy of it. And that's like a totally valid, you know, your explanation of, like, yeah, your physical media is just as liable to stop working. Yes, that's true. That's a totally valid concern and everything like that. I just feel better knowing that I have the physical copy of it. You know? I feel better with that because I feel like I got something out of it rather than files on a drive that, you know, as unlikely as it may seem, could at any point in time be taken from me, and then I have nothing for it. Like I said, for me personally, the convenience of all digital media is not worth the loss of my property rights. That's one reason, like, when Shonen Jump went all digital, I actually canceled my subscription. That was a big one for me. When Shonen Jump went all digital, like, man, I was so disappointed. You see that, everybody? Only the most hardest hitting topics on this channel. I defy you to find another channel where you can watch a guy draw Dragon Ball and then talk to you about about the trade-off of convenience over your property rights. I defy you, I tell you. It was not an easy switch, Kazo. Trust me, I bite, scratched, and clawed. They had to drag me kicking and screaming into the digital age. Do not get me wrong. I fought this for as long as I could. The simple fact of the matter is that as old of a dinosaur as I am, because of the friends that I have in the art business who told me, basically, if I wanted to do art for a living, I had to go digital or I wasn't going to be able to do it. And I protested. I didn't want to. I wanted to try to find a way to make it work traditionally. But just the fact of the matter is, if you do want to make a living in the art business in 2022, you have to be doing it digitally. I attempted to stay true to my Dennis Farnham roots, where if everybody likes it, I hate it. But I couldn't. And yes, I do understand the convenience factor and stuff like that. That still applies to like digital art and everything. And I do still like having physical media and stuff of that nature. But for my business as a whole, I had to do what was, what was necessary. I honestly don't know, Isabella. Um, Mainly due to the fact that after the whole takedown on my DeviantArt page, you know, I know for a fact that Viz and Shueisha keep an eye on me, and I don't want to do anything to incur their wrath. You know, because the last thing I want to do is like be working on the definitive edition and like, you know, I'm not making any money off of it. And the last thing I want to do is be so deep into the definitive edition, and I already said that I don't want to go back and redraw everything, and then to have it taken down. That's something that I truly, truly, truly want to avoid. And I feel like if I print out physical versions of Dragon Ball New Age and start distributing them, then, you know, I think that's just like poking the bear, so to speak. So I just, you know, I don't know if it's going to be an option. I get people asking me that a lot. You know, well, when are you going to print out new versions? And, you know, honestly, I don't know if I can. You know, like I said, I already know that I'm on their radar, but I'm trying to stay as much off the radar as I possibly can. Rising Fist? Yeah, I actually know Rising Fist. He and I have talked a couple of times. Go ahead and send these over to Masako. See what the boss man says. I don't know if Masako is still awake, but I know it's getting late, so it's possible he's already asleep. Oh, no, he's actually awake. Wait on that one. Yeah, really? That was quick. He's only responded to one of them so far, though. So the Beerus one is already, he already gave the go-ahead on that one. Now we're just waiting to see what he has to say about, the, Mr. Satan one. And for those of you who didn't see it when I posted it on Twitter, we actually got the next episode of Lounge Life that I put up yesterday, where I got to where Mouse came to the lounge, and I got more than I bargained for. We thinking, Masako? Got the thumbs up on one. Still waiting. Sketches? No. Now, all the commissions that we got are more than sketches. Yeah, people have brought that up before, but I mean, I don't I don't press him about it. When people like bring it up, like when people ask like who does the thumbnail art, then he'll tag me, but he doesn't like, you know, just put it up on everything. Give him a couple more minutes if he doesn't respond. Oop, there he is. Ah, we got it very good. Well, with that, our work is done, technically, for the day. Like I said, I have a lot of stuff that I need to be doing with the, what do you call it? Yeah, I got a couple, like, random thanks, Malik, like, every now and again at the start, but since we've been working together, he hasn't tagged me and everything. But, no, I got, a lot of stuff, like, to set up with the Patreon and Subscribestar, for the rest of the night, so that's going to be what I'll be doing for the remainder of the evening and part of tomorrow. Kazo, I need to talk to you on, Discord really quick. Afterwards, for video related things. But that's gonna be it for tonight, guys. I'm gonna hop off here and like I said, get to work on getting the Patreon and everything all set up. I really appreciate everybody coming by, hanging out with me for a little bit. And tomorrow I am off and we will be back again for commission time on Wednesday. So, I have been Malik Torihane. This has been the TEMPTacle Lounge. Thank you all, I love you all, and I will see my freaky darlings again next time.